Zoraida Gonzalez-Torres lives in Camden, New Jersey. She has few illusions about Camden, but refuses to allow herself or her community to be defined solely by material shortcomings. There are qualities that she values much more.
I could describe Camden as a city that looks like an abandoned city. It has been abandoned in ways, but there is a whole lot of good people here. My husband wants to get out of here, but I said, no way. I'm going to find challenges everywhere. I might as well deal with the ones I know.
In facing the challenges of urban blight, Zoraida has found that her church community has been both a support system and a source of inspiration. Working with other parishioners, she was able to make positive responses to concerns that may have overwhelmed her as an individual.
This is my church, and I was welcome. I felt welcomed here. I got involved in parish council, in activities, in whatever there was a needed hand. And, that's what I found a lot of the meaning for me to be here.
By becoming active in her parish, Zoraida discovered an essential aspect of herself that had long been dormant.
I was a very quiet person. I didn't do a whole lot of conversations with people. I realized that there was another me that had not surfaced yet. Through the church and through the work in the community, I began to flourish in a different way. That fight inside of me that wanted to fight injustice, that wanted to fight for better things, that wanted to be the voice of those who were either afraid to speak or didn't have a voice. And it was a process, and I don't think I'm up to the top yet. I think there is a whole lot more for me to learn. But my involvement has been growth for myself. It has been a learning experience. It has been a way of leaving a mark behind that says that Zoraida was here.
In her growth, Zoraida has taken a quiet but unmistakable leadership role in her parish community. This includes speaking truth to power, as well as to those willing to accept an unjust status quo.
There is people. Then you go and you sit with them and you want to hear their stories, and it comes out. I don't think that this city is going to turn around. Nothing is going to happen here. It doesn't matter who I vote for. Nobody's going to do anything. I hear all that. And I ask, what have you done to change? Nothing is going to change if we don't make a commitment to help those things change. Nothing is going to change by itself.
While attending to the needs of their own parish, Zoraida and others also feel compelled to reach out to the larger community. They have become active with a group called Camden Churches Organized for People. They have found it a natural outlet for the spirit kindled in their parish.
We have a principle that says revolution is internal. So we have to feel different. We have to get uncomfortable inside so we can act. If we continue to be comfortable, we're not going to act, and nothing will change.
Zoraida's experience, combined with her prayer life, have led her to conclusions about Camden and American society in general.
There's different kinds of poverty. That's the poverty of the soul and the poverty of material things. And I think that the country is not doing enough to cover the basic needs of its own people. And I think that we've gotten so involved in myself and I that we have forgotten a whole lot of us. And until we go back to the basics of life, and then we realize that it's not about me, myself, but it's about us. Us as my family, us as a community, us as a country.
Zoraida has no time for despair. She gives thanks for the many gifts in her life: family, community, and a loving God.
And I have been recognized. People love me. People, care. I was very ill not too long ago. And it was the prayers of those people, those relationships that I have built through these 22 years that have kept me alive, because I wasn't supposed to live. So, it's not what I give. I have received a whole lot more than what I have given in this community.
Through her faith, commitment, and perseverance, Zoraida Gonzalez-Torres offers a window through which God may be seen by others. She inspires and, in her quiet way, leads. Zoraida is an example of the type of person who is the heart and soul of so many parish communities. It is these faith-filled communities that are the foundation of our church.
I don't think you can do it without community. I really don't. And I think the gift of parish communities is often when they really help us discern what is the gospel saying about our neighborhoods, about our city, about our country.
How do we imitate Christ? How do we follow God? How do we go and do likewise? And through prayer, through community gatherings, through ritual, through our different traditions, rituals, we try to come together as a community and help each other in this path of discipleship. It's not an individual path. It's not an individual decision. It's a community discernment.
Zoraida responded to the obvious needs within her parish, but she also was very aware of the greater community. Her faith inspired her and compelled her to reach out. If we are a good news people, how can we not do likewise?
We are meant to be people of action and going out and renewing not only our own community, but renewing the world in the values and the commands of the gospel.
I constantly need to be reminded of the hungers and the thirsts of this world, and realize that anything that I have is really just a gift to be used for others by God, and that's a real imperative.
You've got to have a community that is reaching out and in a certain sense exploding, but not in the sense of being destroyed by that, but in a sense almost of being incandescent and being increasingly visible.
Zoraida spoke of an inner revolution that changed her life. It also changed her parish and her community. Each of us has that same power. It is called faith, fully lived.
If you want to be a disciple, you've got to do something. You've got to change your life.
We have to figure out what was Jesus saying to us now.
I think everybody has a charism. You just got to figure out what it is and then use it or lose it.
Look around. What can your parish do? Who are the leaders that will do it? Could it be you?
There are needs out there, and you've just got to find them, and you need a couple people to be a catalyst to get out there and work. But you can't just center in on your own self, and because even all our spirituality, our Eucharist, all of that, at the end of Mass, it says, go, the Mass is finished. Well, where are you going to go? You're supposed to go out and do things.
We should not sit back and wait for Father to do everything. We're the people of God. We're that community of faith. And He's our leader, but we're the actors. We're the ones in the world. We're the ones in the community. And it's up to us to take our faith into the world.
In parishes where there is lay leadership, there is typically ownership. And ownership means commitment, and it means the realization that I am a disciple and that this is what I need to be doing. And if I'm not doing these things, then am I really a disciple?